Welcome. What is up? Welcome to This Week in the Mixer, episode 2.18. I think that's right. New location. Our production team got together. We are striving for quality in this podcast, in this YouTube video series. My dedication to the league is to provide you with top quality content. So, the lighting was a little weird in our old offices. So we moved locations. I am now, this is coming live from the passenger side of my car, as opposed to our old offices, the driver's side where there's all kinds of glare. So you're welcome. Your thoughts and complaints are much appreciated. Don't forget, like, subscribe, comment about shitty production quality, or any comment in general. I would appreciate it. So week 3 is in the books, and your boy is third place in the standings, right where he belongs. So last week was a good week. Squeaked one out, but we'll get into that. First, I want to go over some NFL news. What has happened since the last time we were in here? Probably 4 more quarterbacks got hurt. I'll have the stats department check those figures. And Antonio Brown got cut again, right? That had to have happened since the last video. So he got cut again by the Patriots. I'm curious if his suspension is looming. Nothing has been handed down yet. The big news, of course, this week is Melvin Gordon's back. So, who would have thought that week 4, Melvin Gordon would be back and Antonio Brown, possibly the greatest wide receiver of all time, out of the league, looking for a job. I hear Popeyes needs some help. So that's an option for him. He could be a co-worker with Mason, or he can become a reality star, which is probably his best bet. It's gonna be really fun watching Danny tilt all season long. As far as I know, he's not eligible for the IR spot. Maybe he is, since it probably has the out tag, but that's kind of an exploit. That's kind of rude. I wonder if he'll cut him at some point. Apparently, I've seen through the Twitter sphere that some teams are interested. I believe Rosenhaus is floating out there. It's going to be a huge risk for any team to pick him up, though. It'll be fun to watch. Maybe we'll get some more entertainment out of it. Is the NFL shop going to have a third version of Antonio Brown uniforms this year? We'll have to see. All right. That's all I got as far as the NFL talk. I can't really. The only other thing I could think about is how terrible some of the teams are. We got the Redskins, the Jets, and the Miami Dolphins. Earmuffs. R words. The R words, the Jets, and the Dolphins. It's just really bad. I don't know if all 3 teams are 0-3, right? I could see the Jets getting one somehow once Darnold's back. I could see the R-words maybe win a game, but the Dolphins, it looks like they're not even trying. Of course, I'm saying that. Chargers are going there this week. Chargers are notorious for laying eggs. I believe they lost to the 1-15 Browns a few years back when they first moved to LA. So, yeah. We'll see what happens. Let's get into the matchups. Let's get straight to it. That was a loud jet. Oh, I think it's the air show. Anyway. Sorry for that. We got flybys now. We got freaking flybys for the podcast. Those Blue Angels. Once a year they're flying around over here. So anyway, yeah. Committed to the production, and brainwashing you guys with U.S. military propaganda. That won't get this channel put on any lists. All right, so where to start? I guess we'll start at the top. Me versus Jess. week 3 matchups coming at you hot. So Jess she got 15 out of Aaron Rodgers. Big day for Mark Ingram, 3 touchdowns. I think he went for over 100 yards, 36 points. Sony Michel continues his disappointing season, 7 points. Stephon Diggs, ditto to Sony Michel. He got 4 points. Emmanuel Sanders, an off day, 3 points. John Brown, somewhat off, 9. So not really the production Jess would have wanted out of her receivers there. Travis Kelce got 15. Russell Wilson had a really good day, 45 points. And Titans defense got 0. They start out on Thursday night. So, thanks to that for Jess fielding essentially a blank spot there. Not much happened for her bench. Devonta Freeman, he did okay. He got 11 points. Then a whole lot of nothing. So it's not like there was any rough start-sit decision that cost Jess this matchup. But there's not really much working here on her bench anyway. So if we're being 100% honest, sorry, Jess. All right, so she totaled 134. This matchup came down to Sunday night football. Sunday night football. I got 23 out of Lamar Jackson, which I think is his lowest output of the year, but I'll take it. David Johnson, 17, continues to be solid. Still like to see him blow up. That's yet to happen yet, but it seems like the Arizona offense is getting, more and more acquainted with Cliff Kingsbury and the system that he has in place there. Josh Jacobs, off week. I believe I'm hearing that he was getting IVs on the sideline. He was fighting some sort of illness. He got 4 points. McCole Hardman got 17. John Ross got 2. And Buffalo defense got 12. And I believe that wraps up the coverage or how my team did in the early game. So I was staring like I believe like a 50 or 60 point deficit heading in the afternoon games. I had Keenan Allen. I had Jared Goff left. Keenan Allen just went nuts. He was getting targeted on almost every play. He ended the day with 44 points. I believe he got 17 targets, something like 10 to 12 catches, 170 some odd yards. I would have liked to see that game go to overtime, see if he could have broke 200, maybe got another touchdown, put up a nice 50 spot. That would have been epic. Instead he finishes with 44. It's pretty good. He is now the wide receiver 1 on the year. So week 1, I had Deshaun Jackson, and he became the wide receiver 1. He was on my bench, so that didn't do me any good. Week 2, John Ross, promoted to my starting lineup from waivers, since nobody put a bid higher than 50 some odd dollars on him, and Anthony was too busy wasting money on TJ Hawkinson. So got John Ross in there. He got like 22 points or something like that. He became the wide receiver 1. Week 3, Keenan Allen goes off for 44. Now he's the wide receiver 1. So we're just moving that carousel around. Who's the wide receiver 1 is overall. And one thing's for sure, whoever's the wide receiver 1 after week 4 probably going to be on my team. You like Keenan Allen's opportunity to continue that with Miami on the schedule next. But, maybe McCole Hardman catches 5 touchdowns for 600 yards or something. And he becomes a wide receiver 1. We'll see. So, luckily, I needed, I think, 15 points from Jared Goff on Sunday Night Football. It was a little sketchy there. I believe we finished the first half with 10. He threw a couple picks in the second half, but we got there. He got 16 points. Nice little touchdown pass to Brandon Cooks, I believe. Maybe a scoop cup. Anyway, don't know. Don't care. I won. 2-1. Back to a winning record. Notable on my bench. Anybody looking for trade options? I got Melly G back, so he's available. Really like to strengthen my wide receivers. I got Tyreek injured. Keenan Allen's kind of carrying the squad. I got 21 from Valdez-Scantling on my bench. That would have been a nice start. 12 from Miles Sanders. 16 from Curtis Samuel. 28 from Philip Lindsay, who had the RB1 performance in week 3. Didn't really help me out. Got on my bench. Jesus, these guys are loud. Woo. Highway to the danger zone. All right. Little music quality. I mean, this video has it all. Flybys, car alarms going off, singing, new offices. All right, let's get to it. Next matchup, Zach, Dorman Nation. Who's the Sally, by the way? So we need to get on, change his name. I wonder who's matched up against him this week. Against Mason. With Jonestown Massacre box score, which I have no idea what the hell it is. I'm sure if I look it up, it'll be something terrible. All right. For Zach, 28 out of Deshaun Watson, 16 out of Zeke, 7 out of James Conner, 20 out of Brandon Cooks. He definitely got that touchdown. Tyler Boyd got 12, DJ Moore 13, Mark Andrews 14, Carson Wentz 23, Cowboys D 11. Some pretty respectable scores there for Zach on the day. It's kind of when you. The problem is nobody blew up for him, really. I mean, Zeke was 17, James Conner only was 7, probably hurt him the most. Didn't really leave too many points on the bench. LaShawn McCoy got 22, DJ Chark got 17, Frank Gore got 16, Will Dissly got 18 in a tight end spot. I mean, that would have been helpful. But I think even with his optimal lineup, it would have made a difference because Mason is his team, he's got like the Danny bug, the hot and cold right now. Week 1, he did really well, beat me, sad face. Week 2, he barely scored 100. And then week 3, his team just went off. And this score isn't even updated. I printed this before the Bears went on Monday night. So he got 25 out of Matt Ryan, 17 out of Joe Mixon, 16 out of Chubb, 12 out of Hopkins, 26 out of Amari Cooper. By the way, FC Wine Mixer Insider has it on good authority that Mason turned down a trade offer for Melvin Gordon for Amari Cooper. Mason cited Amari being the only okay, I mean, imagine this headline a few years ago. Amari Cooper is his only consistent wide receiver. Amari Cooper, consistent. Okay, Mason.